Hi everyone, happy Friday. We should be live. Keep moving my mic up high. We should be live. Hello,
I see
Diaruka.
us.
You do? Okay, good. Good morning, Florian, or good evening, afternoon, where you are.
I literally hopped on a call this morning and they were like, "How you feeling?" And I was like, "I feel like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon." And they were like, "Well, it's 2:30 in Amsterdam." And I was just like, "I wonder why."
I know. Yeah, Florian's like, hey, how's the jet lag? I was about to say, I feel like time is very fake right now.
hmm
Like, it's so fake. I don't know when I'll start feeling real again because I'm still on like Amsterdam time, even though I'm waking up like in my time zone, but I'm waking up at like 6 in the morning and I'm like, oh, it's
hmm
2 p.m. Like you said. And it's
Yeah,
like, no, it's not.
yeah. Honestly, the jet lag was worse on the way there. Every time I travel east, I get bad jet lag. When I travel west, it's not so bad. So
Yeah, I agree with
I need to
that.
keep that in mind.
I was just sleep deprived. Like I slept for 12 hours last night. So that's kind of why I felt it more coming back home this time. Um, but once I got to Amsterdam, did not feel like a human being. Like I was so jet lagged, it was pretty bad. And then I couldn't
Yeah,
sleep like the whole time.
yep. I feel that.
See, now you know how I feel with Laracon US each year. Yeah, I feel you. I
hmm
understand.
I also feel that way at Laracon US every year because I also don't sleep at those.
I don't feel jet lagged, but yeah, I don't sleep well. Like I was talking to people at Laracon EU and I was like, yeah, I like Laracon US. I didn't really like get to socialize as much as I would have liked after the conference because I only had like 3 hours of sleep and so I had to go to my room and I was trying to like rehearse my talk and I was like, maybe this isn't even just a like jet lag thing. Maybe this is a Leah conference thing.
There's probably a little bit of both for sure. There's definitely a Devon's conference thing that happens when I go to conferences. My camera will not stop trying to autofocus itself, so I'm gonna see if I can restart
Mhm. Okay. I'm also wearing swag from the conference. I have my Laracon EU beanie on. I have a PHP Storm hoodie on, which I got from the conference. On the back is pretty cool. It has like code on it. Ugh. You can't see well. If I turn more, I will knock my dog out of my lap. Um,
Is it
Devon's back.
is it stopping? It was literally like flashing at me every second.
Is it doing it?
Yes, still great. Okay.
Oh,
Webcam's broken. Hopefully, it's not very annoying for everybody.
I was showing off my merch. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, Florian, I have my dog. Hold on, she's sleeping, but there she is. Okay. Ginger, say hi. She looks so tired.
Hi, Ginger. Why are you jet lagged?
I wasn't here to hold her the whole time. My husband also works from home and he'd send me pictures and the whole time she's just begging for him to pick her up because I sleep or work with her in my lap the whole time.
And you're like, pick her up, you monster.
I like messaged back. I was like, if you do not pick her up, I'm calling the cops. It's like,
That's
please.
funny.
I also came back home with an elephant. I got the Franken PHP one.
I'm so jealous. I still only have my purple one.
I have three now, soon to be four. But yeah, I guess we can jump into it.
Did you see the person that was walking around with like a life size, and obviously not actually, like a massive Franken PHP one?
I saw the picture of it on online. They did have jumbo ones they were selling too, but they were sold out of them by the time I got there.
I wonder why.
I wouldn't have been able to like take it back home. I could barely take my stuff home.
I would have bought a new suitcase.
Also, Florian, I agree, and I do have that one. I own that one.
I'm gonna need one of those.
I hopefully
Somebody,
we do them again.
somebody should make those again so I can get one. I would love one.
Agreed. Let me. My mouse is still doing that weird thing I was doing before. But hi everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. Today you're joining us for Cloud Office Hours. If you're here right now, that is. But so Devon and I are here to do Cloud Office Hours. If you haven't been here before, my name is Leah Thompson. I am a DevRel engineer at Laravel. And joining me today is Devon Garbalosa, who also works at Laravel. Devon, do you want to do a quick little intro?
Yeah, absolutely. Devon Garbalosa, work here at Laravel as a solutions engineer. So I work on our sales team, helping customers with their migrations to cloud and a lot of stuff with private cloud and enterprise and figuring out how to do complex migrations onto the platform. So,
Love that. So you're used to answering a ton of questions about cloud, especially kind of specific ones, migration cases, stuff like that.
yep. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff across quite a few different use cases, what's common, what's not, what's supported, how we can do that. And usually the answer is always, let's figure out a way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, buffering for a second. I'm trying to get the link to the Slido. But today we're doing Cloud Office Hours, so we'll be answering any questions that you have about Laravel Cloud, as well as just chatting, hanging out with you all. I do have a Slido that I started, so if you have any questions about Cloud, feel free to drop them here into the Slido. It also is the one that's linked on, should be linked on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube in the kind of description as well. But you can drop your questions here in the Slido link. You can also drop them in chat and we'll answer them. And yeah. Josh, the cloud beanie is really nice. I posted it on Twitter because I have one too. And Andy was like, "How did you guys get a cloud beanie?"
Yeah. The back is also dope because it says stop configuring, start shipping.
Okay, hold on. Put yours back on. I'll put mine on, but I'll put it on backwards and then we can show it all
Yeah.
both ways.
I'm glad my hair doesn't look a mess like it used to.
Here we
We
go.
must ship. Yes.
Are you muted or my headphones disconnected?
I think it was your headphones. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
It's my headphones.
All for the beanie.
Okay, can I hear you now? Test.
Can you hear me now?
We are so back. I can hear you now.
Oh, awesome. I almost was just going to like mouth something at you and totally mess you up there.
No, you
I'm
can't
too
do that to
tired
me.
for that. Next time, though.
We started getting some Slido questions in.
Oh, we got a really interesting one there. I think you see the same one that I think we should answer first.
Yeah, I think so. I think this one is definitely the most like time sensitive one. And it is,
Yeah.
why is Florian the best coworker to have ever?
I'll
Don't
tell
know
you
the
what, you're gonna have
answer.
to submit a ticket into linear, and we're gonna have to score that for next cycle and get back to you.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh,
That's
actually,
a hard one.
you know, everybody who's kind of joined in late here, Leah and I were at Laracon EU in Amsterdam for the last week, for most of this week, actually. And I don't know if this was the case for you, but this was my first time meeting Florian in person. And man, he's way cooler in person than online. And he's pretty cool online already. So
I met Florian at Laracon US. I also, at Laracon US 2024, someone handed me the Laravel elephant, PHP elephant. It was either Florian or Andre. I think it was Florian. I don't know. It was one of them. So I
I'm
might
not
have
going to
met
tell
Florian
either
there.
one of them that you said that.
I've told them. I've told them. Yeah. No shame. It is a real treat. Yeah, Florian's great. Florian's
Oh
great.
yeah.
Getting to hang out with like any of the kind of like our EU coworkers or coworkers on different time zones, because there's even some people from like APAC there. Like Jess was there. I get to see them some on Slack, but I don't really get to work with them much because we're on very different time zones.
Yeah.
Also, Stilly Soft said, just a quick one from us. It could be a false alarm, but we found we weren't able to switch out a video on our homepage. We went as far as deleting it from the bucket and clearing all our caches.
That's an
Let me
interesting
follow
one.
up. Including purging the ed cache was still there.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things that could go into that one. If you haven't already, definitely open a support ticket, and the team can kind of look at what's there. There's a possibility that if you set the edge cache header pretty aggressively, that it's like cached out there, and fell outside of things. So definitely something they could look into. Try making sure you hard refresh, or try an incognito browser too, because the other thing is that your browser itself and your computer cache content, and those ones, even if you send a purge message, don't always get it. So make sure you're checking that, making sure it's not just a local thing as well. But yeah, if that doesn't solve it, definitely open a support ticket. We can take a look.
Let's see. There's another one here when my mouse wants to work out. Oop. Factory for seeding data on Laravel Cloud. Faker is not accepting. Can that be fixed? Isn't that, or could that just be because Faker is not, like,
It's in
you
your
can't
dev
use Faker in
dependencies.
production? Yeah.
Well, you can, but if you have it in your dev
Oh.
dependencies, which is the default, it's not going to install your dev dependencies. So 2 ways you can fix that. You can move it up into your regular dependencies, or you can install without without the non-dev dependencies, which is usually not there. So yeah, you just need to do something there. Interesting that you're looking to do that. Or is it for like testing or something, or preview environments? Come back to that
Florian are on the same wavelength, because Florian's like, maybe you only added Faker as dev dependency.
Yeah.
So,
I think this was actually also asked in the Slido. I'm assuming it's almost the exact same question. So
okay, yeah, probably was. Hi, Milan, welcome in. We have some others. Hi, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Did anyone else go to Laracon EU here? Love to hear it. So
if you're an EU, check in the chats for sure.
hi, Kashif, welcome in. Yeah, Stelislav, try again, and like Devon said, open up a ticket if it's still happening, and then feel free to like let us know if you open up a ticket as well. Okay, there was another one. So this is back into the Slido. Someone said, is there an estimate of when support for preview environments with applications linked to Bitbucket will be available?
That is a great question, and we will have to get back to you on that one. I do not have an answer for that one today. It's funny, I haven't run into a lot of Bitbucket users.
Until EU?
I mean, yeah, a lot in EU. But a lot of people have a lot of people use GitHub. Couple GitLabs, and then people that do use Bitbucket often don't have a lot of questions, I think. So maybe that's the trick. Bitbucket's the big brain idea.
I've seen more in like the Discord, and then whenever I was working the Ship for Swag booth at Laracon EU, there's a lot of people who came up asking if they could fork their repository on other like Git providers like GitLab or Bitbucket. There's more people who don't use GitHub, which was like cool to see, because I've always just been GitHub.
Oh yeah. Well, where I used to work, we were self-hosted GitLab 7 versions behind. So I get it. I'm like spoiled in GitHub. I get called out all the time. I'll say like, oh yeah, you got to do that merge request. And people are like, what's wrong with you?
My husband uses GitLab, and he spun up like a little side project that he like put me in. He was gonna do something with a Raspberry Pi, and I created a GitLab account recently so I could test something on cloud, like signing up through cloud with different accounts. And I saw a project here, and I was like, oh my gosh, have I gotten hacked? Like, why is there this project here? It was his that he put me on like 2 years ago.
That's funny.
So
yeah. I'm gonna definitely, for the preview environment for Bitbucket, I'm gonna go create an account on Bitbucket, go test it out myself, see if it's something. And if we don't get back to you, which don't know how we can from Slido, maybe something we can fix for that in the future, because it says their name, Christina, but it doesn't give you much more content than that. So we'll try and get back to you, and if not, next office hours, maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, and if you are the Christina that asked the question and you watch this, whether you're here live or you watch this back later, feel free to message either me or Devon. For me, feel free to message me on Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you can find me. I'm Leah Thompson or Leah T Codes on LinkedIn as well and most socials. So feel free to message us to let us know kind of like who you are. That way we can get back to you when we do have a response.
So,
Also, sorry, Christian, I'll have to look into subtitles, how we can do subtitles for this. Oh, my screen's went away. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should just kind of talk about Laracon EU and
I mean, merge it
everything.
was kind of dope. Am I wrong?
It
Who
was
saw
so
that?
good.
Anybody? There's a clip out there. It was awesome.
Yeah, the clip was posted on our socials yesterday, of the demo, I think, of like that part when Taylor was like, it's hard for me to explain it. He created a bug. So he added in a bug and then it was like flagged a PR or the bug
So
was found. Okay, yeah, you explain it.
yeah, so he purposely shipped a bug onto production on
Uh-huh.
cloud and tied Nightwatch to it. Hit the route that had the bug. Nightwatch hit it. Created used the MCP to create basically a way to patch that and do that. Then had AI solve the problem based on the Nightwatch catching of it. Then automatically submitted a PR, which generated a preview environment, which then said it came back and it deployed and did that. And then his OpenClaw running on Forge VPS that's monitoring that GitHub saw it, called him, said, hey, there's a merge request or a pull request that's out there that's ready to merge. And the preview environment generated a URL, which means that it built successfully. And he just goes, merge it. And
Oh my
merges
God.
it, kills the preview environment, ships it to production, and just literally zero human interaction other than
Oh,
the phone call and
also
stuff.
not to mention, I think, did he use the webhooks for Nightwatch
Yep.
for it as well? And he
Yep.
also used the cloud API and CLI, right?
Yeah. Yep.
For that, which
Yeah.
just shows like it blew my mind seeing him tie it in together and even tying like Forge and the Laravel VPS for like his open claw bot, like tying everything together because like we're shipping so much and just seeing a demo that is like utilizing all of it
Yeah.
was just really cool and like shows you how much you can truly do with
Being
everything.
able to just see that vision across like the entire ecosystem was just like, yeah, it was wild. If you
And
haven't
just
seen it,
merge it.
definitely go check it out. Merge it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what's hilarious is he's got that it's him, the AI image of him holding the phone from like the movie clip or whatever. He's had that as his profile picture for like months. So it's
Yeah.
not like this was like from that, but it's so perfect that that's what it is because it's just him on the phone.
Let's see. Hi, Roxy. Hold on, I'll pin it in a second. Hi, Roxy. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Raptor Anka did ask a question too. Any plans to add download for Cloud DB backups? Do you know about
Yeah.
this
So
one?
so this is something we do get asked about a bit. We are working on this for the automated backups. No timeline on that, but definitely something that we're considering, especially as we've got an uptick in asks for it. Where it gets a little interesting is that some of our databases don't have traditional backups. They have point-in-time recovery, and you can't really download a backup of a point-in-time recovery. So you've got to think about that a little differently and make sure it kind of works for everything. But definitely something we're looking at. There also is nothing stopping you from basically creating that backup and doing your own from a connection. So you can enable that public endpoint, or you could take your backup, spin up another cluster, and do that. So I know that's a hacky workaround for right now, but absolutely something that you could do.
Also have Athul. I'm sorry, I'm bad at pronouncing usernames. Said billing profile is something we've asked a couple of times.
Yeah. Tell me more. I want to hear a little bit more about what this means because I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I have a few different thoughts here, but want to make sure I'm on the right one here.
Yeah, so please just clarify. Like if you can go in specifics about what about the billing profile specifically. We'd appreciate that. So hi Dan, welcome in. Absolutely no worries. I posted the Slido a little late this week too. I posted it yesterday because I was in Amsterdam like all this week. I didn't get back till like 11 p.m. Wednesday night, and I was basically traveling all day, like the the whole day.
Yep.
Let's see. But you
And
asked
I
the
took
question. You
Wednesday
said
to hang out in Amsterdam and flew home yesterday.
I should have done that. Anything planned for monitoring queues natively in cloud? That's a good question.
Yes. The answer to this one is yes. And I'm super excited about it. And in true Laravel fashion, that is all I can tell you.
Yeah. It's like somewhat vague, but yes.
Yeah. More to come for sure.
Stay
And I'm
tuned.
giddy because I saw something that only I was able to see internally the other day. And yes, awesome stuff coming.
Oh, not you giving me FOMO. Devon, we work
Well,
together.
I'm just saying, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I was talking to Joe T before he gave the talk at Laracon EU on Inertia V3, and I was like talking to him about inertia, and he's like, it's like going to be an Inertia V3, right? And I was like, absolutely no idea. Nope. I
Oh,
was like, I
man,
don't.
that's hilarious.
Now I
You just got to
know.
ask
But like,
Pascal. Internally, Pascal is there. There's a funny one in here. You got to pull up the last message from Hey, it's Dan M. Because he called me out here. How
yeah,
did you
Dave wouldn't
know?
reveal anything else either, but I had a feeling you might. Dot,
How
dot.
did you know that I'm like the Tom Holland of Laravel?
We have to not tell Devin anything because he might
Yep.
spoil it.
Yep. I try not to. I try really hard not to, but yeah.
Yes, because Dan said, I'd love to be able to invite someone into just one project without letting them see all projects.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd love Tailscale integration too.
Go back to the other one first. I have a great
Okay.
answer for that one.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So this one, what you're talking about here sounds a little bit like RBAC or role-based access controls. There is kind of ways you could do this. Maybe you're talking about teams and things like that too. There's all different ways to slice this. We are working on RBAC a ton and some of that to kind of make this there. I believe this version is being considered as well. The way you could do this now is create a separate organization, which I know is not a great answer. But yes, definitely heard. RBAC is something we're thinking about and how we do that. Now the next one.
Tailscale, bring it up.
Tailscale.
Okay.
All right. So this one, your mission, should you choose to accept it, which you did by sending this message, is to go to cloud, open a support ticket with a feedback request, and explain to me more what you mean by Tailscale integration, because it is a very broad category of a lot of things. And I would love to hear how you intend to use this specifically to add to those things. So that one is definitely one. Technically we use Tailscale as part of cloud for other stuff, but we're never giving anybody access to that. So we'd love to hear what you're looking to use it for in your use case. And we'll get back to you on that for sure. But that one needs to go into our support queue.
Since you mentioned that, would you love to do a lovely little UI demo once again of how to get there?
Sure.
I always throw you on the spot. Sorry.
I'm logged into cloud already today. For those of you who are looking at me like, what is going on right now? I was at Laracon all week. I just got home last night at 9 p.m. I've been home for 14 and a half hours. So
you're fully back, you're recharged
fully
now.
back.
That's all you need. Yeah.
Fully back. It was actually hilarious. Leah texted me yesterday and she's like, so I know you're on a flight right now. Do you think you'll still be able to do the cloud office hours that we agreed we would do after we got back from Laracon? And I was just like, as long as I don't wake up dead from jet lag, I'm in. And she was like, okay, because I'm gonna keep it scheduled. And I was just like, all right, we're doing it. So I was like, if this is the only thing I do today, this is the only thing I do today. So
No, honestly, Sim, I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm scheduling it. We got this.
yeah. So I should be sharing now.
Yes, sorry. You're like, Leah,
Awesome.
please pull up my screen. There we go.
Please pull up my screen. Thank you. Awesome. So if you're in cloud, easiest way to open a support ticket, click on your face, click on help. Send feedback would be the one you would do for this one.
I love feedback.
Yeah. And then if you do file this one, send me or Leah, it'll produce you an ID, starts with a T dash for this one specifically. Send it on over to us. We'll take a look.
What words did you just say?
Huh?
I said, what words did you just say?
What words did I just say?
I don't know. I thought it said, send me your Leah.
Send me and Leah the ticket
Okay.
number.
Yep.
Leah, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm great.
Right.
You started saying words, and I was like, this doesn't sound like words. I'm great.
Oh,
I need
Florian.
to drink my tea.
Yeah. Take a sip of caffeine here. Florian answered a little bit about the tail scale thing there too. So
Yeah, we talked to the Tailscale guys in Vegas at reInvent. Got a couple of great ideas, big plans.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, ask Florian. Also, just beat him up in chat with all your tail scale ideas. Still do the support ticket so we can track it. But I'm just going to be sending them to Florian anyways.
Yeah, just go skip the middleman. Me and Devon go straight to Florian.
Yeah. And this is going back, throwback. Florian's the best coworker because give him more work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Florian, you should ask now. Because then we'd be like, because Florian offers to answer questions for us and is able to go into depth about these things. He's like, oh, gotta go.
Florian is customer focused, guys. Customer obsessed. That's why he's the best guy to work with. Yeah. Which is actually true. I said that kind of jokingly, but for sure. No, bye, Florian.
Our new Devro. Bye, Florian. See, Dan's nice. Dan's very polite. Thank you, Dan.
I mean,
because we're just like, go to Florian.
Yeah, Florian was also at EU with us, so Laracon EU. So he also did not work a lot this week.
There was a couple more questions on here.
Yeah, I saw a bunch going here as we went on that diatribe.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go to this one first. Well, this was to Dan. But I was like, it says, hi, Dan. How do you handle scaling Laravel apps on Laravel Cloud during high traffic? Which, Devon, maybe you can give some examples of how like some enterprise customers do this as well, because I know you work closely with some of our enterprise customers.
Yeah, it looks like I'm sharing my screen again.
No, I don't see it.
No,
never mind. You have to. Yeah. Pull the screen back up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Instead of me going, Leah, please share my screen, or stop sharing my screen, I just remove it. So, all right. So right here, you can see, yes, perfect. So when you're setting your app compute here, you could set kind of your vertical scaling, and this is this is private cloud, so it looks more limited. Normally you'll see Flex and Pro if you're on regular cloud. You set your vertical scaling here. Best way to do this, find the P90 of what you need for your application's requests, get that running, and then here's where you set this to be optimized for that. The next thing you do is you check off auto scaling right here, and you set your min and max replicas for your scaling. So if you're in production, we recommend having 2 minimum replicas for high availability. So the reason we do that is everything in cloud runs on Kubernetes, and Kubernetes basically sets up a cluster of nodes, and those nodes are each situated in one of the 3 availability zones. So if you're running 2 pods, the way that the Kubernetes cluster controller will work is it will push those 2 pods to 2 different availability zones. So if one availability zone goes down, then the other one is automatically available, and you don't have to wait for that rollover to that other one, which could take like 10 to 20 seconds. It's really fast, but it could take some time. The other thing is if there is a scaling activity, we need to push a patch for a Linux vulnerability or something, we will do that in a rolling manner so that we will basically create a new pod for the one, put it up, and then create a new pod for the second. And so that way you'll always have high availability. So production workloads, especially ones that can't tolerate even a couple seconds of an outage like that, 2 minimum replicas. Maximum, How high do you want to go? You set this to whatever you want for the height, and this will be limited if you're on the starter. I believe you can't use this on the starter plan, but on the growth plan, the max is 10. On the business plan, you can go much higher than that, and on enterprise, we make it virtually unlimited. Because to clarify for Florian, so he knows that I listen to him, there's only so many resources in the entire universe. We cannot clearly give you all of the computing resources of the entire universe. That is unrealistic. So it is not truly unlimited, but virtually unlimited. So that's how you set that here. So the next thing is your CPU threshold and your memory threshold. And this is why the
You
first
got in
thing,
all caps, thank you already.
yeah. All right. So the thresholds here, this is the most important part of why the first thing I said about your P90 needs to be the best at your how you set vertical scale. Because when you don't set your vertical scale appropriately, CPU threshold and memory threshold basically don't hit targets that they need to, even though you may be running out of Nginx workers or child processes or sleeping waiting. Like there's a lot of different things the app could be doing. So you basically want to optimize for that. So when you do get high traffic and you do hit somewhere between 50 and 95% utilization, you will cause a scaling activity. So I actually was just talking to a customer this morning. They were showing me a thing. They're like, I have it set 2 to 5. We were at 2. And then all of a sudden, this one spiked and went, and it didn't go down. And I looked at it and I was like, well, it looks like one pod on one thread basically ran out of memory. But that didn't bring the total memory across all your current pods high enough to cause a scaling event. So it killed that pod instead of scaling one in when that one died. To help do that. And so that pod recovered pretty quickly, but he had this, it had an alert that one of the pods died and whatnot. And so this is why setting your vertical scaling appropriately is there. You don't want to over provision. You don't want to under provision. You want to get that tuned in appropriately there. And then the CPU and the memory thresholds, this is an or here. It's not an and. So you don't need to meet both of these requirements if you hit one or the other. Different workloads have different requirements. If you're CPU heavy, IO intensive, your CPU will spike faster. If you're doing a lot of things with data processing and things where you're running things through memory, you'll probably be memory optimized. And so you want to make sure that that is set appropriately for your workload. The other thing to consider is the ratio between your vCPU and your RAM. This one's 1 to 4. We do have some pods out there on cloud that are 1 to 2 or 1 to 8, depending on what you're doing. And so if you know you have a memory heavy program, set that to a memory optimized or to a general purpose like a 1 to 4. If you know you're compute heavy, you might want to switch that to a 1 to 2 and have that. So then here, when you do hit those CPU and memory thresholds, which again, you could change this anywhere between 50 and 95, and you could set these independently. So you could say, hey, I know that as soon as I start using a ton of memory that I need a new pod, but if I'm starting to run out of CPU, that's almost never going to happen. You could set them separately like this to have the different things do different reasons. And so when you add this, oh, there I go as being the Tom Holland. There's a feature there that is not yet available. Yeah, so that's how you scale your applications under heavy load.
Sorry, team.
Please don't hurt me, Ryan Chandler.
I'm innocent. I just shared the screen. That's it. That was all done.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, right? At least you guys know we're shipping
we're
cool
building
stuff.
hype for it. Yeah, we're building
hype
for it.
Yeah, that's it. This was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a synopsis of how you set your auto scaling for your load. And every app is different. Every app requires different things, and so you can do that. Florian, I feel called out.
You should. I think you should a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exclusive content.
Exclusive. Yeah. So if that didn't answer your question about how you schedule Laravel apps on Laravel Cloud during high traffic, then let us know what more you want to learn about that, and we'll be happy to take a peek at that for you.
We also have some. Oh, sorry, Devon. I was going to say we also have some customer stories that we've been doing on cloud, and they might give a better, not better because what you gave was great, but like give a, I guess more customer oriented like explanation of how Laravel Cloud is able to handle traffic and scaling and stuff like that as well. So be sure to look out for those. Like I know Devon's been doing great webinars with people. Those are
Mhm.
kind of more migration cases, but I'm sure they still cover kind of how they deal with those things on cloud now as well. We have some blog posts on the Laravel blog about customer stories, and we will be having more streams on customer stories as well to kind of help
Mhm.
answer those kind of questions so you can see more um, real world use cases of how different companies are using Laravel Cloud and handling traffic, high traffic on their applications and stuff.
Yep, absolutely. In fact, to shout that one out, if you are on our YouTube channel, you can go back and look at the webinar that we did with Pyle, who was
Mhm.
handling a lot of scaling needs there, and we talked through how they handle that. So
And they also have a blog post. So I'm posting a link. This is our blog filtered by the customer story tag or category.
Mhm.
Should send. And Piles is near at the top. So there we go.
Yeah, sweet. All right, there is a question that was asked earlier by Athul, I think was the name. He came back with more
Yes.
details. So can we jump back to that one?
Yeah, I'm scrolling. 1 second, I'll pin it. Scrolling.
I'll
I
start
know, and
reading
then
it while
my
you're pinning it. All
my
right. So billing
what-
profile is something we asked for a couple times. Sorry, the message got sent before I could finish typing. The implementation we were looking for is for something like MongoDB's cloud. Jump to the next one. Intent is to get an
Mhm.
account that I can hand over to an employee from the accounting team and not have them have access in environments and secrets. Yes. So
Mhm.
this goes back to RBAC that we were talking about, role-based access controls. This is something that we are working on, and we are hoping to have at least a V1 out very, very soon, so that we can get that going.
And thank you so much for clarifying.
Yeah.
Ethel, we appreciate that. Let's see. There was also there's a couple questions, couple of things. I want to say hey to some people who popped in. Um, hi J Javirsin. I'm so bad at names. Hi, welcome in. Happy Friday. Someone said, where is it? I read it. Okay, I'll jump to this question real
You
quick then.
think you read it?
I know I read it. Any plan for local regions to subscribe with local cards, like accepting Nigeria payment card?
That's an interesting one. I do not know the specifics of
I
that.
don't either.
What I would recommend is you go and submit a support request ticket with that and see if we can get something there. Those can get routed to our finance team, who can definitely answer those questions a lot better than I can.
Mhm. Oh, and then there were some comments on our beanie. People saying they want the beanies. I too would like a beanie. This specific beanie was, I'm thinking of Florian's exclusive content thing, but it was an
Exclusive.
exclusive merch. But this was for top cloud customers or top cloud users. We had them at Laracon EU to give away to those top cloud users or people like me and Devon who ask very nicely and do cloud office hours. I think the goal is to do more kind of exclusive merch as well for like top users. So be sure to keep using cloud and shipping on cloud, and you too could get an exclusive beanie
Yeah.
or merch.
So I believe this is the metric. Correct me if I'm wrong, or tell me if you don't know.
Okay.
But it was top 10% deployments on cloud, right?
I think that's right. I'll
Yeah.
ask Sam to verify. I think that's
Yeah.
right though.
And if that is right, just go smash that deploy button.
Mhm. But also in general, if you're able to go to any Laracon or any meetups or anything, is a great place to get merch as well.
Oh yeah.
Like we had a black beanie at the San Francisco meetup we did that where Taylor demoed the Laravel AI SDK. I think Devon's going to get his. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a really nice beanie too.
It's very comfortable too. I love
Oh,
this one. It's very simple. It's sleek, just a Laravel logo.
and at Laracons, we have different patches. So this was the EU patch. And then you can also get stickers. Like, I don't know who made this, but there was a Too Fast, Too Laravel sticker that I
Christoph
got
put
from
that
a.
down on a table in front of me, and I'm wondering if it
Okay.
was him.
It might have
Should
been
have.
him. It might have
I
been
got,
him.
I got a bunch of stickers over here too. Are there any other cool ones out there? There are tons of cool ones.
There was a lot of good ones. Like the ones from the sticker pack are really good. There's like the facade license plate one.
Hmm.
Um, we have Lambos we take with us places. Oh, you have so
If
many.
if you are going to be in Atlanta, we are doing a road show. You should check
Oh.
that out. And I'm bringing the stickers.
When Dan says something really funny, he said, "Well, that's me writing a loop to deploy constantly."
Hey, API just went general availability. You could do that now.
That's true. That's true.
There you go.
Are you flexing to me right now? Because I am so jealous. I
Yeah,
apologize, Sam.
absolutely.
I apologize, Sam. Mine's more of a polite flex, and Devin's just like, "Here's my whole bag of stickers that you do not have."
Hey, you could come get these from me. I'm
Sure.
also going to make an appearance at PHPX NYC with them. So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be doing a bunch of events. So, come get some cool stickers.
Okay, let's see. There was questions. So Fenton said, "Hello, Laravel Cloud team. Could you please consider adding support for the AWS region, SA East 1, South America,
Sao
Sao
Paulo.
Paulo? Sao Paulo, for applications serving users in Brazil and South America?" I believe Devin's answer, I'm going to try to emulate Devon. I believe Devon's answer is going to be, for any regions that you would like to see, please open up a feature request ticket through Laravel Cloud to let the team know that there is need for this region. And then that way they can just see that people want this region and they can consider it and hopefully add it in later on.
I was going to start modeling more merch and walk in with this on. But
You
then I
should do
figured
it.
you were going to call me out because I have not put any of my patches on my jacket yet because I just like how nice it looks plain.
I now have 2 jackets. I have 1 jacket with a patch on it and 1 that's plain. And I think I'm going to put my other patches on the other jacket.
Yeah. If they
Yeah.
they didn't sell out of my size at EU, I would have done the same.
Yeah. Well, because the women's one, they have like narrow shoulders, and I got a small one because as my like speaker gift at Laracon US. Well, and also employ both for the speaker one. And so like when I wear sweaters now in the winter, it's just like tight on my shoulders. So I was like, I want a
Mm,
medium.
there you go.
So now I
Yeah,
have
so
2. I'm becoming like Devon. I have like Laravel merch for every day.
literally, I literally got called out. I now have enough. I'm almost to 2 weeks worth of shirts, which is great.
Let's
I could
go.
stop doing laundry every week and just switch to every other week. This will be great. I'm sure everybody will love that.
Mhm. No
But
complaints.
just want to give a nod back to the Sao Paulo one, the region
Mhm.
South America. We definitely are looking at what regions people want. So yes, please do submit those support tickets. We have had some activity for one in South America, so we are looking there.
Mhm.
Some more in APAC potentially. So definitely submit
Mhm.
those requests. And if you have like really great reasons that are not just latency, like we have laws that require us to have data residency, et cetera, things like that. That definitely helps us to prioritize kind of what the reasoning is on those and why people are requesting those and kind of navigate that
Mhm.
because super helpful context. And hey, latency is valid too. If that's all you want,
Yeah.
like put that there.
Someone said, I have a question. Does Laravel Cloud support multi-region support by default, or do we have to select the regions we want to deploy our apps in? Which I feel like that's a good question.
Yeah. So you choose which app you want to deploy. You choose which app. You choose which region you want to deploy your app in.
Mm.
And then that kind of locks that in because all the environments and things kind of spawn off that same one. You do have the ability to create another app in a different region from the same repo and deploy it that way. The reason we kind of left it that way was to kind of leave it so that people could set that up how they want to, because
Mhm.
there's a lot of different reasons to have apps in multiple regions, right? There is active for disaster recovery. You want it always up at the same time. That comes with a lot of overhead. Like I need to make sure my DNS can geolocation balance, can detect outages and slip that over. And we don't do any DNS today. So that's something that you would have to manage on your own and do that. And that's a pretty advanced use case. So you can support it through that. The other one that we get a ton of is people are like, hey, I launched this app in Australia and it took off. And so then I was like, hey, let's move it to Europe. And so I just basically copied that app and standalone for European customers versus Australian customers. And they kind of do it that way. And so those could be there. And then The other one that we get is just disaster recovery, being able to move out of region if something goes down, which is also an option. And having that kind of set up on that app level allows you to have like, hey, my production right now is in Ohio. It's full out, whatever, but I have a warm standby in Frankfurt. I want that one to just be very small footprint so that it's running. So if I need to take over, I can get in there and go. But I don't want to pay for a full blown app that's never getting traffic. And so there is some changes we're looking to do about being able to replicate across and potentially support a little easier for some of the more common multi-region support that we're doing. But you can definitely do it.
Got you. Oh, a mouse. Okay.
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks
Tom,
with this
thank you
mouse
so much for
problem.
asking questions. I know. You would think it'd be fixed. I need to buy a better USB hub, I think. I think it has something to do with that because I can't plug in one of my screens, but then my MacBook's expecting my second external monitor to be hooked in, and it's not. And it's messing it up.
I have found the hubs that require a separate power source work better than the ones that don't.
Okay. I will look into that. You might just send me links.
Yeah.
Unstructured mean said, what does more compute, etc. mean in context of me being able to get a VPS with 48 gigabytes of RAM, 200 gigabytes NVMe, and 600, so would that be megabytes or
Megabit
line? Megabit line. Is it comparable?
That's a big box. That is a big box to vertically scale to as well. So essentially, we are running like those big of servers for the entirety of the regions.
They did say they meant 24 gigs.
Oh, 24 gigs. That's a little
I don't know if
better.
that helps a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. That helps a ton. So it's easiest to compare vCPU and RAM. So you can get pretty high up in what you want. What we have found is that Laravel workloads and what you can kind of pump through PHP workers does not really get that high on a single process. And so you are more often than not better served by something that horizontally scales than something that vertically scales. Now that doesn't mean that that's not a thing. If there is a valid reason that you have for something that big, I would love to hear about that. Reach out to us at thecloud.laravel.com/enterprise and fill out our form there and come talk to me because we potentially could support that on private cloud by making sure that the base nodes of that unit are big enough for you. But I would also just love to know what that workload is. I'm super interested.
Here is the link. And then I'll take the heat off of Devon. Oh, you're already doing. I was about to screenshot. Devon's so fast. That form right there in the
This
hero
one.
section of the enterprise page.
See this? Get an infrastructure review. Talk to a cloud expert. If you're lucky, you might just get me.
Oh, this is the private cloud page. Sorry, I keep calling it enterprise because it's /enterprise route.
Yeah. So this is that one. Yep. So the private cloud page. Yeah. If you're also lucky, you might get one of my cool other coworkers too. So.
And if you get me, you are unlucky because those forms do not go to me. Something malfunctioned.
It was at this moment she knew.
They get me and I'm like talking to them about merch or the beanie and they're like, what? I'm trying to talk to you about private cloud. And then I would send you to Devon or Hannah or Ryan, one of our great salespeople. Let's see. There were some other questions. Hi, Wilder. Welcome in.
I had breakfast with him yesterday.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
That's nice. I don't know if we've talked in person or met in person yet. I'm hoping we do this year.
He wasn't at the conference. He met up with me because he lives in the area. So yesterday, as I was flying back from Amsterdam, we got breakfast before I got on my plane.
I know he's going to be in Japan, which I'm still like, maybe I go to Japan, but then I might be traveling every single month if I do that. So tempted though. Laravel Live Japan is in May. It's our first Laravel conference in Japan. It's in Tokyo. and it's going to be great. They've been
Yeah.
announcing more and more speakers for it. Jess is speaking there. Joe Tannenbaum's speaking there. Tim McDonald is speaking. Like, just so many great people. Let's see. It does feel like forever since Laracon EU.
Yeah.
Someone said, will Laravel Cloud ever support Drupal?
Ooh, interesting. The answer to that is yes. The answer I don't have is when. So we just soft launched Symfony support the other day into kind of early access, public early access, I guess. Beta is what we'll call it. We'll call it beta. So you can just go and try and ship a Symfony app out there today. I forget what version of Symfony. It's the minimum, but you could definitely do that. So next up, we're looking at some of the other frameworks, and then the goal is to support at least all of vanilla PHP at some point this year. So I sound like all of vanilla all of PHP ... including vanilla. Sorry. Yeah. In case you just showed up, we're jet lagged. We just got from Amsterdam.
Devon, let me explain real quick. We're not always like this. This is a special flavor of sleep deprived and jet lagged today.
We are usually pretty goofy, even when we are not sleep deprived and jet lagged, but not this goofy. So, I saw another one up here that I want to answer from David. Wow, now I feel worse.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah. Hi there. Is there any plan for Mila search or type sense in cloud?
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm looking.
Find it.
Devon. Yeah, there we go.
Devon. Yeah, I was trying to pronounce that whole thing, and all of the letters are hard. The answer to this one is yes. At some point, we are looking at this. We've heard feedback, especially on the Mila search side. So not something that we have roadmapped or anything yet, but we've definitely heard this as a request and are looking at that. Current state, though, I believe all Mila search, TypeSense, Algolia, Elastic all do support their own hosted version with API access. That does work fantastic. So you can go ahead and do that. The other thing is Taylor the other day, as part of the AI SDK, was like, hey, you know what's crazy is you could actually do a whole bunch with search on Laravel now. And so with what we added to the framework to support certain methods, mixed with Postgres with PG Vector, and then embeddings from AI elements, you can actually get really close with just Postgres for search. And so I am trying to pull up that page real quick.
Do you want me to just show your screen?
I will. No, not that one. I'm pulling it up. I will. Yes.
Okay.
TBD.
While Devon is doing this, let me drop this real quick, though. 1 second.
Yep.
My mouse. I was going to drop the link for people to sign up or register for the Atlanta Roadshow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Talk about that real quick.
Sorry, mouse. There we go. Because it's happening this month. It's in March.
Yes.
To March 26th. It's coming up hot.
Yes, coming up hot. We will be in Atlanta. If you want to check that out, that'll be a good one. I will be there. So, and just because
the stickers,
I got a bag full of stickers coming with me.
So if you have FOMO on the stickers, just go to Atlanta and you too can have some of the stickers. Also, there'll be some great speakers. Matt Stauffer will be speaking, who's CEO of Titan, and just great person. Joe Tannenbaum, the engineering team lead of the open source team at Laravel, who also spoke at Laracon EU about Inertia v3. He'll be there. Braden Keith, founder of Omega Software, will be there, and a bunch of other great people. Devon will be there. Some of the Laravel team will be there. Just great people from the community. So our RSVP, register if you can, especially if you live in the Atlanta area. But even if not, if you want to travel for it, make sure to sign up because we'd love to see you there.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so back to TypeSense and Mila search. So here are the beautiful docs that we shipped the other day. So this is at laravel.com/docs/12.x/search. And it goes through some of the different features that we added for adding the full text indexes, for generating the embeddings, for storing and indexing vectors, and doing some of the similarity stuff there. So this will give you a good start. And then this mixed together with Laravel Scout with our database engine allows you to get really, really far directly on Laravel Cloud without having to go out to MuleSearch or TypeSense or Algolia currently. So, which, just so I'm clear, this does not 100% replace those. It just closes the gap a ton. And so your use case might fit here. So check this out. And if it doesn't fit, then definitely throw in the feedback on Cloud that you would like to see MuleSearch and TypeSense on a support ticket.
Yeah. Can you send me the link for this so I can share this in chat too?
Yes. Sent.
Thank you. There we go. And I am pasting this link so you can get to the same exact page that Devon's seeing.
Oh, yeah. It'll scroll you a little down. That's the right page, but the wrong hashtag on there. So,
okay.
Yeah. Sweet.
Let's see. Oop.
We got to like go back and do a bunch of stuff. We missed a bunch of questions, Leah.
I know. I'm trying to scroll up. We're also getting close to an hour. At first, I was like, we might not have any questions, but
yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I don't have a hard stop if you don't, but
I don't either.
There, I see one here from Chapman Gaming. Would be 9:45 your time. 9:45 your time. Yeah. Why are you guys more expensive than Hostinger? It's a great question. Well, my first point to that is we are a fully managed PaaS. So platform as a service, we do all of the Linux management and updating those vulnerabilities and things and making sure that's done, as well as Kubernetes and a lot of the other things. So not sure what services you're using on Hostinger, but there's that. I have a pretty bullish opinion. Nobody knows how to ship Laravel apps better than us, so it's debatable, but we're pretty good at it. So I think that's part of it. Also, it just depends on how you are launching your applications. So from what I know about Hostinger, you're probably getting a VPS, which is just a dedicated server that's always up, kind of does its thing. Bring your own kind of whatever you want to that. So, we bring you bring us a GitHub repo and we'll launch your app. You don't have to worry about installing PHP or the drivers or anything like that. So that's probably the big thing about the price difference there. And if that did not catch the reason why you're asking or what you mean or what you're using on Hostinger, hit a follow-up. I'd love to chat a little bit more about that, understand your use case, and try to compare apples to apples to that.
Yeah. And like you said, Laravel Cloud's a fully managed way to host your Laravel applications, but it's also specifically fine-tuned for Laravel applications. Like we do have support for Symfony applications and stuff now as well, but it's fine-tuned for Laravel. So we have with Reverb, we have fully managed Reverb servers as well that you can just add in easily through Cloud. We also make it really easy to enable inertia, server-side rendering, and Octane and different things like that. So it just makes your life easier to host your Laravel applications and bring in different things that were a little more complicated before.
Yes. So there's one from Noah Wildrom.
What time?
11:46, 9:46 for you.
Oh, I was like, Devon is 9.
I'm in the future, guys. I'm in the future. Will it later be possible to use the Q cluster with Laravel Horizon? No, not at all. Here's the reason why. The Q cluster is meant to be the Kubernetes and cloud version of Horizon. It's supposed to replace that, have better observability, better throughput monitoring, and a lot of that. So no, you would not use the two of them together. But you should be able to use it instead of Horizon, which will be great.
Itzel had also asked a question under this, which I don't think we had answered this one, was any plans to get stats on bandwidth usage? I have an environment that reports 200 gigabytes of traffic, and I'm sitting here thinking I should be under 2 gigs because it's all JSON.
Interesting.
Sorry.
So it depends on what's sent across the wire. 4 different things. The other thing that we do see some spikes here is if you put a custom domain out there on your environment and just to your .com, like we have Laravel.com. The moment that's out there, there are AI bots and other things and vulnerability scanners and things that are hitting all the URLs that have ever been registered all the time. And so there's definitely some stuff that you could do to block that on your WAF or your DNS provider if they have options for you. I know a lot of people use Cloudflare's free plan, which has some generous rules and things. You could do that. Our business plan has some stuff that you can add on that as well if you do have those. So I think that would definitely help. But to tie this back into the bandwidth is there are bot crawlers that are out there looking for like WordPress vulnerabilities on your website, and those return full page HTML to all of those. And so that could be something that's causing an uptick in there. If you're off by 200 or 100% or 100x here like this, definitely if you want to get some more information, I'll open a support ticket and we should be able to take a look and see if we can give you any more insight on that and see if it's there. So I think that definitely something there. And bandwidth right now, we are working on different ways that you might be able to see that a little better, but because of the way that it accumulates for the entire organization based on the compute pods that you have, there's not really a way to show the individual that easily. So, but we do have some stuff that our support team can look at to kind of nail into those. So you should definitely take a look at that and open a support ticket.
Also,
if you don't think that you're getting those bots that are hitting your website and stuff, definitely go out to Nightwatch and put something on, and you'll see it. It pings in Nightwatch all the time. So you can use the fallback placeholder in the Laravel framework for catching anything that's not something, and then return like a 404, and then you could see those in Nightwatch all over the place. You could start to figure out which endpoints people are trying to hit on your thing that don't exist, so you could reduce the load on that.
Profeta had said, I have close to 20 Vapor Teams projects and security is our main priority. And then under it, they said, if we were to move to Laravel Cloud, how long would such process take, like roughly?
Depends.
Or does it depend? Okay.
Yeah, it depends on a ton of different factors. Definitely go out to our private cloud page for something like that. We would probably recommend that you at least talk to our sales team about the different support that we have for helping out with that and coming up with a roadmap for you. We had a webinar, I think you posted earlier, or a way to get to it, with Pile. They moved over 6 apps, and each of those apps had 3 environments. So that's 18 environments that got moved over, and we did that in 12 weeks. And from their perspective, they slow walked the migration because they wanted to make sure that everything was kind of hunky-dory as they went along. So it depends on how fast you want to go, how much data you're moving, how you're planning to move everything, and all of that. So
that is the link to the YouTube video for the Pile webinar. It was a live webinar. It was a live webinar. Live webinar. But now it is on YouTube, so you can watch the replay of that webinar as a YouTube video. So the link pinned is the link to that, and then I also dropped the link in chat for the private cloud page. The route for it is /enterprise, but this will take you to the private cloud page that Devon was talking about. You just fill out the form to get in touch with our sales team. Let's see. Oh my God. I keep like clicking all through my tabs and it's alarming. Walter said, will cloud support SQLite at some point for small websites that don't need a whole database?
Dog, we just had breakfast yesterday. You could have asked me this.
He's like, no, I'm going to wait till you're live. And
yeah. Put me on the spot. Make sure there's witnesses. I see how it is. The answer to this one is very vague. And it's hopefully yes. There's some considerations to that. So the reason it doesn't work today is the Kubernetes-based environment has ephemeral file storage on the pods. And so whenever there's a scaling activity because the pod dies or you scale out to more and then scale back down, each one of those has an independent file system that needs that. So how do you solve that? You have to have either SQLite on the edge, or you have to have some sort of file system that is not ephemeral that you can use for other things. And so that's something that the team has been looking at for many different use cases to help improve some of the speeds of like our database offerings and things just like this, or like Statimate, which needs some file system for like the flat file. So looking to support just a little of those things. And so SQLite is a possibility. The other thing about SQLite that makes it more complex, which is why it's like a maybe, I don't know, I hope so someday kind of answer that you're getting out of me, is remote SQLite does not have the ability to connect to things like Table Plus or dbeaver or anything like that, because it's a file and you have to rotate through what's happening there. So this is something that we would love to solve. And what it probably means is that we have to create some sort of UI and GUI to be able to do something like that. But that's quite an undertaking. So looking at the different ways that you do that and whatnot. So this would be an awesome win and definitely something we're considering, but nothing concrete yet. Thanks, Wooder.
Hi, welcome in. I believe this is Francisco.
That is a much
Hi,
younger version of
Francisco.
Francisco in there. Your beard is better now, man, for sure. I love it.
We got to hang out with Francisco some at Laracon U, which was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, had a lot of people from Portugal there. That was a ton of fun. I met Nuno for the first time too. That
Oh,
was pretty
really?
cool. Yeah.
Oh. I
Yep.
didn't realize you hadn't met Nuno yet. That's fun. Yeah.
Never ever. That was my first time. Yeah.
I saw Nuno on my first ever Laracon, but I didn't talk to him till last year.
All right, so let's clarify. I met Nuno at my first Laracon before I worked for Laravel in Dallas in 2024.
Oh, it was mine too. I forgot that was your first. Okay, that was my first.
That
first Laracon.
should have been my second, but that was my first. We're not getting into that story for a later time. It's actually not a great story, so we'll just leave that one for another time. But anyways, so yeah, so I met him there, but this was the first time as like a teammate that I met Nuno. So that was awesome. Did we catch up to all the questions?
I feel like there was some further up. I'm trying to scroll through. There was this one. Alexandra said, I spent $67 last month of 4 small app instances. Rage deleted everything, not worth it. I've extensively used Laravel Cloud for the last 6 months. Do not understand price premium given lack of ability to interactively interface with a server. You'll need to determine how to handle multi-tenancy too. I could not get this to work, nor could I get subdomains to work despite setting up DNS to accept wildcards.
Awesome. Sounds like you were using Hibernation.
Kind of
yeah. If you couldn't get the domains working, I would love to know more about this. Please, I know you said you deleted everything, but if you still have your org out there, open up a support ticket and ask. We would love to give some advice and help on that. It sounds like there are definitely some things that you could have changed on the way that was set up or that we could have done. And appreciate the feedback. Like if you're having struggles like that and we're not hearing about it, then nothing we can do to fix that. So definitely something, if you are seeing issues out there, not code smells, but smells of the way that things are not working the way that you would like them to, feature requests, support team, reach out on social media, let us know what's going on. Obviously we would love to be the best absolute in class, which I believe we are already, but to continue to be the best in class for how you ship Laravel apps at scale. So hit us up.
We do appreciate you bringing the feedback here. Our team's great, and the team loves to hear feedback and think of different ways they can improve things too. So definitely, like Devon said, hit us up to let us know more like specifics and stuff about that.
And I've definitely had a ton of experience helping people move multi-tenant apps over. So I'm well versed in that. So if you send a support ticket, let us know, and we'll be happy to take a look at it.
Awesome. Try to scroll up to see if I missed any. Do you see any on the other side of chat, like recent ones? Do we have any more questions there?
I don't see any new ones. No.
Okay. Chat, let us know if I missed. I think we've hit them all. If we've missed any questions, feel free to throw them in chat really quick. If not, we might start wrapping up.
Yeah. Oh, there's a great one in here.
Okay.
Somebody put a happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much, Az. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had so many people ask me. They're like, wait, is it really your birthday? And I was like, yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a
It's
fun one. I hung
fun.
out with Leah on our birthday. It was dope.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. I was telling someone about it. They were like, maybe I should go to a conference on my birthday. And I was like, you should. You'll feel like a celebrity. I would like walk around and people would just stop me and be like, happy birthday. And I was like, thank you so much.
Did you feel like a celebrity?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Winning.
was so much fun.
Love it.
And I also had like an extra long birthday because it started 8 hours early and then ended on like American time, because my family and everyone back home is still telling me happy birthday. And then people
Yeah.
on Twitter were telling me it even like 2 days later. So it's been like a full birthday week. And I'm having a birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So,
listen, I would love to celebrate my birthday at a conference. That would be cool.
well, and then I came home, right? And Pokopia came out while we were in Amsterdam, the new Pokemon game.
What?
Yeah.
There's
Yes,
new.
a new Pokemon game came out. I'm not kidding. It's like you're a Ditto, and the Ditto tries to emulate its old Pokemon trainer and then like different Pokemon. So there's also like 80 different Pokemon plushes of a Ditto emulating other Pokemon. My husband bought the game for me, so I came home and he's like, here's Pokopia. So
Wait, this
it's
is
been
on
a great
Nintendo
week.
Switch.
Yes, I don't know if it's just for the second, but it's on Nintendo Switch, yeah.
I sat on a plane for 8 hours with a Nintendo Switch yesterday, and I had no. I'm burnt. It's all right. Jet lag.
Devin. You haven't
Was
seen
my
any of it on
birthday.
Twitter?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's
I'm
all over
I'm so sad.
Twitter.
So sad right now.
Well, now you know for this weekend.
Bummer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, we
All
got a
right.
little bit off of Laravel Cloud, but thank you all for
Yes.
being here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Again, shout out Atlanta. Later this
Mhm.
month, we'll be there the 26th. I'll be there. Come check it out.
I
And
do not
can't wait.
think I will be there, but take pictures, post them on Twitter. You can get some merch. You can get the stickers from Devon.
Lots of
Um,
stickers.
let's see, I just posted this again. So the Luma link is where you go to register to it. It's going to be
Yep.
really fun. We're trying to do more roadshow kind of like meetups as well. So if you can't go to this one, maybe there'll be another one closer to you that you can make. But if you are anywhere near the Atlanta area, definitely try to go to this one because it's going to be a ton of fun.
Ton of fun. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah, someone said one more cloud question. Any plans for a Swiss region?
Go ahead and put that as a feature request through our
Mhm.
support system on Laravel Cloud. We definitely hear about the Swiss region a lot. So definitely something we've considered. Definitely something that could
Mhm.
get in there, but we need that feedback. So go ahead and submit a support ticket as a feature request with that, with your reason why you want the Swiss region.
Yeah. And like Devin said earlier, if you can go into more specifics, like if it's just latency, that's completely fine. But if there's like more specifics of why you would need it, such as like
Data
I don't know, like rules
residency.
and regulations and stuff too,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Stuff like that. Let us know. That helps us make the right plans.
And know like possibly what needs to be prioritized, etc. So yeah. With that, thank you everyone for showing up to Cloud Office Hours with me and Devin. Thank you for bearing with us with the sleep deprivation and jet lag from coming back from Amsterdam for Laracon EU. It's been a great week though, and thank you for having tons of questions for us still. Appreciated that. It's been a fun time. Devin, do you have any closing words you want to say or where people can find you?
Yeah, check me out on X, the everything app, as Aaron Francis says, x.com/dgarbs51 _. And we must ship. Stop configuring, start shipping, like Leah's hat says in the back of mug.
Yeah.
And maybe someday
Merge
you too
it.
can get a dope hat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out the way to cut the stream at the right time. Merge it.
Merge it. Hold on. I was trying to get your Twitter link so I could share it. If anyone wants to find me offline, you can look for Leah T Codes on Twitter, Blue Sky, even my LinkedIn, pretty much anywhere. If you have specific feedback or issues, you can contact me on those platforms to let me know as well, and I'll try to help with that. But yeah, thank you all. We'll see you again for Cloud Office Hours, not next Friday, but the following one. But next week, we are going to have a stream with Joe Tannenbaum to talk about Inertia V3. I'll be scheduling that on our platform shortly once we have that time and date locked down. So I will see you next week for that. And thank you all. Bye. Merge it.
Merge it.
Oh, no, my mouse. It went away. Okay, merge it.